So here we are at historic White's Ferry. The crowd is amassing for the rally. We're here with, well, Jim Brown wears two hats. He's a very active committee member on the Fair Access Committee, as well as the president of the Poolesville Town Commissioners. So Jim, being one of the organizers, what do you hope is the result from today?
You know, today, Jeff, it's about awareness. That's our biggest thing, is awareness. We want to make an impression upon our elected officials that after 2 years, 2 years is too long without the ferry. We need our elected officials to take a harder stance and a more active position in negotiating a deal that connects a public roadway here and a public roadway on the other side.
Excellent.
We need them to do that for us, and we need to do it now.
And in your opinion, what has been the impact of the ferry being shut down for 2 years?
I mean, first of all, it's a complete change in lifestyle for the people that live in the Up County. You're talking about people that have relatives over there that don't go see them. You're talking about people that commute that no longer commute or have changed jobs. You're also talking about a noted decrease in our commercial zone in Poolesville, 20% in many businesses that rely on flow through. We are the ones most affected, the town of Poolesville is, and it's made a noticeable drop off in both foot traffic and the vitality of the town. We need the ferry. We need to be able to go to Virginia. We need Virginia people to come see us. We need them to spend money, enjoy their time, go back home. And we do the same.
We do.
We love it over there.
We do.
So let's get it together. It's changed our life. Our main street has now ended in downtown Poolesville, and it used to be from Leesburg to downtown Poolesville.
Agreed. Very good, very good. Well, we look forward to, we already have a big crowd, and more people are arriving by the moment.
I love it. It's going to be a great day today.
I'm sure we'll hear from you again today.
I'll be saying some words.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thanks, Jeff. Good.
We're here with my friend Randy Davis. We're at the historic White's Ferry for the rally to reopen the ferry. And Randy, of course, is the editor of the Monocacy Monocle newspaper. So, Randy, what do you hope to get from today's rally?
Well, a reinvigoration of the effort. It's been a bit more bound. We had a lot of things happening with the school and Crossvines.
Oh, right.
It's been a little bit in the background.
Yeah.
But now we can come back to this very important issue and hope to raise a level of interest and activity by maybe at the state level to get this job done, get this ferry open.
Right. Well, we certainly have six new council members. Yeah. I think several of them will be here today. So you're right, in terms of reinvigorating the effort, now is our chance. Well, we're hoping for a very positive outcome. And today's rally, the parking lot is really filled up. I was amazed when I arrived. So many cars were here, the people are arriving.
A beautiful day for it, isn't it?
It is a gorgeous day.
Well, hopefully it's going to work out.
Well, thank you very much, Randy.
All right.
For spending some time with us today.
Yeah,
thank you. We are here with Kevin Schramm, and Kevin, like many folks in Poolesville, wears three hats.
Three, right, currently.
Kevin is very much involved with the Fair Access Committee.
Planning Commission.
Also on the Poolesville Planning Board.
And the Poolesville Day Committee.
On the Poolesville Day Committee, of course. So, Kevin, what do you hope to accomplish from today's rally?
We need to really spark a sense of urgency among our legislators.
It's almost a new year. We need new ideas and really folks to be motivated to work with the counterparts on the Virginia side, as Kevin pointed out, to get the ferry open. Well, thank you very much for being with us today, Kevin.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rally.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me in the way back? Yeah. Can you hear me by the canal? Okay. Can you hear me in Virginia? Yeah. All right, good. We need everybody to listen from all angles. All right, you guys, thank you so much, everybody, for the middle of the week coming out to celebrate White's Ferry and the fact that one of these days we're going to get it reopened. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. You're awesome. And everybody that made a sign, you guys are unbelievable. Thank you so much. Please drop them off at my house. No, don't. You're good. I would recycle them, I promise. It's all good. All right, so we're here at White's Ferry on a Thursday afternoon, a beautiful day. so symbolic of how awesome White's Ferry and the property around here is, and one of the most amazing situations that any jurisdiction could have when White's Ferry is running. You're talking about being able to come here, take a boat across the river. Yes, you can get married on that boat if you want to. You might be able to get divorced on that boat, for all I know. I'm not going to find out, but you guys, anybody, there's a lot to do on that boat, and it's an amazing part of our life here in Poolesville. We love it. We're here today, though, because it's an anniversary, and if it was a good anniversary, we'd be celebrating, but it's a sad anniversary. It is now 2 years since White's Ferry has been closed. Let me hear some boos. Exactly, that's how I feel. And so 2 years has gone by. We don't have our ferry. Everybody that is on our side of the river, and we can imagine a lot of people on the other side of the river, we know that this ferry is the gateway to the Ag Reserve. It is also the gateway to Poolesville, and it's also our main street in Poolesville. It's block 1 of our main street. So if you can imagine it was Key West and there was a 1 mile marker, it would be right here. And then you head into Poolesville, and we'd love to see you. We know it's a hardship. It's been 2 years. We've spent a lot of time on this over the years, a lot of time on this. And we still have no ferry going across the river. A terrible situation for us. And I'm not talking about just elected officials. I'm talking about normal, everyday people that want to stand up for what they thought was one of the most important transportation hubs in our entire region. You're talking about a ferry that's been in service for over 200 years is right now not in service, and it's been 2 long years without it. It reminds me of the Grinch. So you've seen some Grinch signs, right? They're all around you. There's Grinch signs. The Grinch 2 years ago snuck up on us, ruined our Christmas, and now there's been no ferry since then. Oh my God, he's here. Holy smokes. He stole Christmas from the Who's of Poolesville. Come on up here, Grinch.
Well, good afternoon, Poolesville people. I cannot believe you're down here. I stole Christmas from the Who's, and you know how I did it? They slept through the whole thing. You guys aren't sleeping though, are ya? No! When I stole this, no one lifted a finger to stop me. And here it is behind me. I had to steal a tractor. I had to pull it up on the beach. And I have it behind me, and I go every day, and there I go on my little platform sitting on it, having a good time fishing. Still nobody comes out and bothers me. Do you guys really care about the ferry? Yeah! I think there's some new council members elected too. And I suppose you think they're going to do something about it. Ha 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 ha! It's been 2 years and nothing's happened. What do you think's going to change? Are you going to change it? Yeah. How? Huh? I want to hear you loud and clear because they can't hear you in Rockville. Can they hear you in Loudoun County? Yeah. What needs to be done? Because I've got it, and I'm waiting here for somebody to steal it from me.
We're gonna come back and get that ferry, Mr. Grinch.
All right. Thank you, and I still got it. If you want to see me, I'll be over there lounging.
Wow. Boo! It's okay. Listen, you're here for a reason, right? We are now the Who's of Poolesville. And we are awake. Are we awake? Yeah. Are we going to let this continue? No. That's right, Grinch. Go on. All right, you guys, listen. The purpose of today is to make sure that we have a great visual. We need to be heard in Rockville. We need to be heard in Annapolis. We need to be heard in Loudoun County. Let me hear Poolesville say, are you awake? Yeah. They can't hear it. One more time. Are you awake? Yeah. All right. The people in the back are very loud. Thank you. Good job. All right. So
It's time that we say this enough is enough, you guys. We're done with this so far. It's been 2 long years. The ferry has run for 240 years, yet 2 private parties and elected officials cannot figure out a way to get that boat back across the river. After 240 years of running, I think that's nuts. Isn't that sad? How long do we have to put up with this for? It's really irritating. It's been a direct and vital connection between us and them. When the ferry's running, it's not really us and them. It's like, oh yeah, let's go to Leesburg. Or look at all the people coming to patronize our businesses. Look at the people that are coming to help make Poolesville a vital place to be. No ferry, no vitality. We are now 2 years into no vitality. It's like a sadness that's hanging over Poolesville like clouds. So what we need to do is, your purpose here today is to talk to elected officials. We have set up a way for you to do that. We've got a QR code that you can take a picture of. Kevin had a bunch of them, and we've got them. Take a picture of the QR code, send off letters. We sent you a sample letter, but we want you to go ahead and customize it and put on there whatever you feel is coming from your heart about getting the ferry rerunning again. We know you can do it. We also got tokens, right? So this is our belief. The ferry will reopen, and you've got a $1 token. And we want you to save it, and hopefully it will not collect dust and you'll get the chance to use it here before too long. Last but not least, you guys, the reason why, and I know everybody's got a lot of conjecture about why the ferry's not running. And we know there are many reasons. This is a complicated issue, right? You're talking about 2 of the wealthiest jurisdictions in the entire Washington, D.C. area. You're talking about 2 private parties that own the land, and you're talking about a river that runs down through the middle of it. No one else has this problem in this country right now. We are the only ones. So that's why it takes unique solutions to come up with it, to break this impact and to deliver us the ferry so that our way of life can continue, our main street can open back up again, our town can prosper, our commuters can commute, our agritourism ends up working out like it's supposed to work out. You know, we've got good things going on over here and we want to share. We love it when Virginians come over here. They cross the river. They pay some money. They come into Poolesville. They eat dinner. They go climb Sugarloaf Mountain. They go visit what will be Crossvines, one of the most amazing winery situations right outside of Poolesville. We want Virginia money to come here. It's not coming unless that ferry is running. We need to have it. If you want Poolesville to be vital and alive in the next 20 years, the ferry is a critical part of it. Luckily, we have one of the greatest elected officials in our entire area is actually here today, and he's new. So I'm going to bring up Evan Glass. He's the president of the Montgomery County County Council. What am I saying? County Council. Thanks, Evan. And Evan's going to come up and tell us how he's going to deliver the ferry for us. Evan, come on, buddy. Yeah, so this is the one you speak into, and this is the one that records.
There you go.
Go ahead.
This one's shorter too. No, Jim, thank you very much. Thank you all for being out here today. I know you could be doing a lot of other things, but when I heard about this rally, when I heard about the community coming out, I wanted to make sure that not only as the new president of the county council, but also the new chair of the Transportation and Environment Committee, I wanted to be here and express my support and solidarity with all of you. I appreciate Jim, I appreciate the town, I appreciate the chamber and the Fair Access Committee. Can you please give a round of applause for everybody who's been working so hard to make sure that Poolesville and this beautiful corner of the county gets the resources you deserve, and that includes ferry access, right? So I'm really also glad I'm here because yesterday I was in transit. I got stuck as part of the Southwest Airlines situation. And so I know what it's like to be stuck. And for so many in this community, you've been stuck for the last 2 years. And we got to change that. The reality is, everyone who wants to go over to Virginia for work, for other reasons, you're traveling dozens of miles unnecessarily. And that's just not good for the environment. It's not good for the small businesses. It's not good for you and your time management. And that's why I, over the last 2 years, have been working with my colleagues, with the county executive, with the incredible District 15 team. I want to recognize Delegate David Fraser Hidalgo. We've been working to make sure that this interstate problem gets fixed. And you've heard Jim, and Jim has spoken about the nuances, the levels of government that are involved. And I want you to know that we in Montgomery County have been doing everything we can to help mitigate an interstate problem. And that's the reality. And over the last 4 years, I've also been on the Transportation Planning Board, part of the Council of Governments. And through my position on that board, I've been speaking with Supervisor Phyllis Randall. I've been speaking with other supervisors over there about how important this is for us and for the region. And I am no longer on the Transportation Planning Board, but you will be very glad to know that my successor on that planning board is your own District 2 Councilwoman, Marilyn Balcom, who is right there. There she is. You'll hear from her in a moment as well, but I'm very glad that she will continue that fight from that perch, and she's also joining me on the Transportation and Environment Committee. So you got two people who are going to be continuing to fight for you in Rockville. And I'll leave you with this last note. Here in Montgomery County and the DC region, we talk about multimodal transportation. We want to make sure that everybody is safe on our streets, whether you're walking and you're biking. We want to make sure there's greater metro access. We want to make sure there's improved MARC service. And multimodal means ferry as well. So we're going to continue that fight. We're going to continue advocating for Poolesville. We're going to be continuing to advocate for this corner of Montgomery County. And I look forward to working not only with our District 15 delegation, but our new Governor Wes Moore, our new Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller, your former District 15 delegate, to make sure that this interstate jurisdictional problem gets resolved as soon as possible. So thank you all for your advocacy, and please continue to advocate.
All right, I'm picking the taller microphone now. Next up, we have our newly elected county council member for our district, District 2. Marilyn Balcom is going to come up and say a few words. And again, this is fresh blood, people, so let's hold her to it.
Thank you. I am so thrilled to be here and to see so many faces and the signs and the whole purpose of this rally when the organizers brought this rally together. It's to make sure that nobody forgets that we're here on the other side of the river and we need action. We need this ferry to operate. We need to do it now. And so as Evan said, the council is fully supportive. We know how important the ferry is to you, and we will do everything in our power, the very little power that we have in this situation. I know that you're all frustrated, but whatever we can do on the county council, please know that we are going to do it. And I'm on the transportation committee, and hopefully something will break through soon. So please get in touch with me, councilmember.balcom@montgomerycountymd.gov. I'm 3 weeks into the role and very happy to be here today. So thank you, and I'm so proud of everybody that's here today. Thank you.
Marilyn, did you actually have a timeline for when the ferry was going to be opening up? By New Year's? New Year's this year? All right, I like her style, man. Hey, look, you're not campaigning anymore. You're elected. It's okay now. All right, hey, listen, we have another friend of Poolesville, a very good friend. Our delegate, David Fraser Hidalgo, is going to come up here and talk to us for just a minute. David.
Hey, it's so wonderful to see everybody out here today. I am so sorry we have to be out here. I did want to say thank you so much for coming out here. I want to give a big shout out to Jim and Link, Andrew Friedson, the former county council member for this area, the District 15 team, everybody on the federal and local levels. Look, 2 years ago on New Year's Eve, we had a call at like 9 o'clock on New Year's Eve with Jim and a bunch of folks trying to move this forward 2 years ago. We've continued to try to move this forward in every way that we possibly can on the Maryland side. From the state level and the county level and the federal level, all of our partners in Maryland have engaged and been engaged. Every few weeks, depending on what's going on, we have Zoom calls where we compare notes, who's talked to whom, how it's going, what the latest strategy is. I want to assure everybody that we have been working as hard as we can on the Maryland side to get this open. As all of you know, this is very, very frustrating. I live in Boyd's. I take the ferry to go over to Leesburg on a fairly regular basis as well. And it's very difficult to work when the other side doesn't really have a lot to work, that wants to work with you. So we have tried, we are going to continue to try. I have had conversations with the Lieutenant Governor and the Moore team, and they fully understand how important this is to not only Poolesville and everything that Poolesville has to offer, which Jim and everybody already listed, but how important it is to the region. How important it is to the region. I have pictures of as a little kid of me being on there and my friend being on there. You'd stop right in the middle of the river and you jump out and take a quick photo or show your kids what's going on and then jump back in to get back to the other side one way or another. So I want to assure you that we are working in partnership and we're doing everything we can in Maryland. We're not giving up. We're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep doing everything we can on the Maryland side to encourage the Virginia side to come to the table to get this done. We've made some progress. There's still a lot we have to do, and we are not going to give up until that ferry is open. I can assure you, we will not. So I'm gonna have another conversation with the Lieutenant Governor-elect Aruna Miller, and I'm gonna send her all the photos of everybody here, right? You know what? Let's do this while I have everybody here to say hi. Open the ferry. We're going to get the ferry open. We're going to continue to work, and we're going to get the ferry open. Thank you, everybody, very much. I'm going to leave a couple cards here. Everybody knows where I am, but if you don't, please reach out to me. I'm happy to talk about it or anything else. So thank you, Val. Thank you.
Dave does a great job representing us, and I'm truly appreciative of his friendship and the work he does for the Up County. But I will say, Dave, it has been 2 years. It has been 2 years. We all got a job to do. New Year's Eve, we had that phone call. Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
We're going to have it saying the ferry's open New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's right.
According to Maryland.
All right, couple other points to make. You know, one thing that kind of burns me about this, right? We have all of our people here. Now, if there was a public road that linked Tacoma Park and Kensington that had been blocked off by private people, how long do you think that road would be closed? Anybody? Maybe a day, right? Maybe a day. That's the same scenario we got going on here, although there is a river that runs through it. Very important, but we can't let it forget it. That's still our public road. Also, too, everybody that voted for Wes Moore or supported Wes Moore, remember what was his campaign theme? Open the ferry. No one left behind. No one left behind. No one left behind. No boat going across the river. No one left behind. We've been left behind, you guys. We need you to make sure you stand up, go through our letter writing process, join Fair Access, help us send the word out to the governor's office and our good friend Aruna Miller. We also have some people here that are awesome supporters, members of Lorianne's sales staffers here, Will Jawando's staff here, Michelle's here. We've also got Aaron Kraut that's here with Don Lukey's staff. We also have Ken Reichert from Senator Cardin's office here too. Great people that are here because they want to support. We know they do. I also want to thank all of my commissioners here. Sarah Paxson is here, Martin Radigan, Jeff Eck. Ed Reed is sick today, so everybody just have a good thought for Ed today.
Thank you so much, of course. Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
My name is Shruti Bhatnagar. I'm the chair of the Sierra Club Montgomery County Group, and I'm also a Sierra Club leader on the Maryland State Sierra Club. And first of all, I do want to say I live in Kensington. So I came all the way from Kensington because I believe in no one left behind, but I also believe that these are issues that affect all of us. Sierra Club is a grassroots organization, an environmental organization, a conservation organization, and it supports the opening of the White's Ferry because we know that we can't afford to have any more adverse effects on climate change. Over 800 some cars have been using the White's Ferry to commute between our neighboring counties, and in the 2 years that the ferry has been closed, nearly 9 million miles of travel has been added, and that is a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. Now, climate change is an issue that adversely affects all of us. It affects communities of color, it affects our most vulnerable communities, but it affects all of us. And so it is really important, and Sierra Club has been supportive of reducing greenhouse gas emissions and working with our council's T&E committee, working with our state legislators to make sure that we can support public transportation and multimodal transportation that will help our communities move away from single-use vehicles, as well as creating more public transportation and access. So it is an equity issue, it is an economic vitality issue, and I'm so glad to see all of you here today. As Marilyn Balcom just said, our voices matter. I'm a community advocate, and personally I'm here to support our community, to add my voice to this issue and say we are here to support you in opening of the White Ferry. Thank you so much.
It was nothing, as Jim said. By the way, my name is Chuck Copeland, and I'm pastor of Hosanna Community Church, where love always comes first in Poolesville, Maryland. That's for the TV. I'm used to being on TV now, Valley. But listen, we are here because we're tired, and we're happy, so happy and blessed that the politicians came. You know, this is a very, very serious issue. And just like it's been said, there's nowhere, I was born in Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Montgomery County from the age of 5. And so I know that there's no way on God's green earth that they would shut down a main artery in any other neighborhood like this and not have it fixed within at least 2 years. Okay, so politicians, and I'm not running for anything ever, so I can keep saying what I want. I'm just saying, politicians call themselves public servants. I consider myself to be a servant of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the person that I serve. Amen? Amen. Hey, I'm in church. All right. So listen, you know, I take it very seriously. You know, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I was almost killed in May on White's Ferry Road, about a half a mile from my house, and I still love that road. And God kept me here for a reason. And one of the reasons was for me to be able to stand up here and tell all of the politicians, all of the news cameras, listen, we don't want to be a byline. We don't want to be breaking news. This is what happened in Poolesville. And forget about us.
All right, here's your stat you take home with you tonight, all right? How many miles do you think have been driven around as versus taking the ferry? Over 2 years. 9 million miles extra have been driven because that ferry is not running over the last 2 years. That's to the moon and back how many times, Grinch? The Grinch loves these stats. 8 times. I want everybody that is on this side of the double yellow line to say 2 years. And then when you say 2 years, on your side of the line, we want you to say too long. All right? Everybody get yourselves ready. Are you ready on my yellow stripe over here? Ready? 2 years. Too long. 2 years. Too long. 2 years. Too long. Can you hear us in Annapolis and in Rockville and in Loudoun County? What do we want? The ferry open. Everybody, thank you for being here today. You all are awesome. We have a QR code that is going to be up and running again.
Remember me, don't forget, I'm still here.
You guys, let's boo the Grinch. He still runs it.
So we're here at the historic White's Ferry, and the rally is finishing up. We're here with the Grinch, who stole White's Ferry 2 years ago. And Mr. Grinch, I have to ask you a question. After today's successful, huge rally, do you feel defeated?
Are you kidding? They've been doing this for the last 2 years and nothing's changed. I know we got new council members, but believe me, I've seen this before. I can deal with it. They will not get rid of me.
Well, we certainly hope that you're wrong, Mr. Grinch, but thank you for taking the time to talk.
No problem. Thank you.
My pleasure.